Greetings, friends. It's Denise again with Denise's Dancing Paintbrush and the last and final part of my Yakui native commission that I was commissioned to do. This is the reference that I used. And here are the final layers that I've been putting on my painting. I always build up the layers a little at a time, and that way I can get some deep, rich color from watercolors. And usually watercolor seems very, very pale, very washed out, but building up the layers in this way makes it very rich, almost an oil painting style. So naturally, there's a lot of little details on the saddle and my native's costume that I had to work on. Someone was asking me if they had these Western type saddles, and I can't tell you. I don't know. I'm only going by what my photo reference had, and the gentleman that hired me said that he approved this particular reference, and so I have to assume that it's possible they had Western saddles or, appropriated them, bought them. There comes a time where you've just got to pause and put more paint on your palette. I think I would have liked it very much if the reference that I used had the face turned a little more toward me, but I'm going with what I had. I asked to use the face of the man who hired me to do this for the face of my native. He has that that beautiful high cheekbone look. But he declined and asked if I would use a photo from his son instead, who has also the look and very long hair. And so this is actually from a photo of his son, whose face was turned a little bit further away than I would have liked. But I end up having to use what I have. Or what I'm given. As I deepened the layers around my horse and my native, I ended up seeing that the background was a little too washed out and had to do another layer of color on the background. At least the parts that are closer to us, that are at the bottom edge of the paper. This week has been interesting in that we're going through some transition. Our landlord decided that he wanted to sell the property that we're living in. And so we've had people come through and look in the closets and look all around. And it's disconcerting. But it looks like we may have new landlords very soon. Someone is planning to buy the property, and it is in escrow. From there, I don't know what that's going to mean for us. We will find out. The last thing I put on here is the bow and arrow in the boy's hand, the young man's hand. And a few tiny details. So here is my finished picture. What do you think? Thanks so much for watching all the way to the end. I appreciate it, and I appreciate all my subscribers. Do check out my links below and see some other watercolors that I have done in the past, along with my collages and other assorted paintings. Have a good week. I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.